I consider myself pro-life.
So Bill, before you get
the
in,
Bible, yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
So, if you look at it as a general category, it's like if you were part of a group of this. The more people you get, the more variations you have, right?
Yeah.
In people's thinking.
Yeah.
So that's I would like us. I don't know how to do it in a succinct way to differentiate between general pro-life paradigm.
Yeah. Leadership
is more than instead of every single person.
Yeah.
Because it's not, but it's like trying to get at. It's like in a really weird way is when people come here to Planned Parenthood to kill their babies, we don't know what they're going in there for until they say it or don't. We don't know, so we assume that everyone is doing it because of the severity of it.
Okay.
Now, I'm not saying it's the same. It's not the same topic, right? But I'm saying. So when we're talking about the pro-life, we're actually speaking of what has demonstrably happened in the legislative realm, and then how people are trying to fight against abortion legislatively, and then you compare that with scriptural statements of how you would do that in the law, and that's what we're trying to address. And so, of course, you see how some of the statements or the ways it kind of it's not as specific as we'd want, but that's what we're talking about. So when it says avoids the Bible, it's talking about the people who are doing legislative and even just addressing it. Many times they'll jettison the Bible in the conflict, not in their heads or back home, but in the actual conversation, and try to argue without the Word of God, and that's what it's addressing to. So here you are proving it doesn't necessarily mean that every single person who calls himself pro-life doesn't read the Bible, because that's not true.
Yeah, that's absolutely not true.
Because the operations director here, Ryan, is a Christian who I know him, and so if I say he doesn't read the Bible, and actually I don't know what he called himself. Does he call himself abolitionist? I haven't asked him. But go ahead. You seem like you have something in your head.
Yeah, no. Well, probably a lot of things. So I'm not sure if you guys are the same group, that Russell guy that's got a bunch of the YouTube videos.
Yeah.
So I watched a handful of his. I watched a ton of pro-life stuff.
He's a really good friend of ours.
Good friend of yours, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, and so I feel like when I watch his stuff, he's basically arguing for basically to end all abortion.
Yes.
But I talked with a group, and I think it was you guys at the Midwest Parent Educators 4 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
And I felt like...
Probably Kevin.
Okay.
Right?
Big beard.
So I felt like instead of really arguing to save our unborn, he was kind of trying to put division between those of us fighting to end abortion. And I feel like it drives kind of like an unnecessary wedge, because hypothetically speaking, a magic button appears, and I push this button, and it stops all abortion today.
Sure.
I push that button. I'm guessing you guys push that button.
Absolutely.
But then I feel like this is like...
Depending on the mechanism.
So,
I mean,
the magic stop.
Ask yourself this question. If I press that button, and I can end all abortion, but will I be breaking a command of God?
Okay, so...
Because if that's the case, like, if the devil said, and he's telling the truth, the one time he tells the truth, an angel from heaven says he's telling the truth. If you just stab this one baby, I will let you abolish abortion.
Yeah.
Would you do that though?
No, I would not. I would not commit it to stop us then.
That's all we're saying.
So then what was the rest of your... Yeah, that's the point.
So no, but I mean, that wasn't anywhere in my hypothetical. I didn't say, let's push a button and kill some people to stop other people.
Yeah.
So what we're saying is that it's not the same thing.
Right. I'm saying there's a magical hypothetical button that will stop all abortion. Because what I'm trying to get at is, at the end of the day, I want to stop all abortion. You guys want to stop all abortion.
But how?
But I'm not trying to be rude and jump in, but like I had a conversation with somebody else. So like this last legislative session, when we present a bill of abolition, which will abolish abortion, make it, criminalize it and make it illegal, the enemy that stands in contravention to us is not these idiots out here who blow horns. It's the pro-life movement that goes to the legislators and say, do not even consider that legislation because it criminalizes the mother, which is not what it does. It criminalizes the person responsible, the act of the murder of the child.
Yeah.
And that's where a lot of the contention is that if what you're saying is true and we just... then pro-life movement, get out of our way and let's get these bills of abolition pushed through.
Like that's the button. That's all we're saying is that the button to abolish abortion is to glorify God by doing what he says, and that is to end it and to not acquit the guilty.
Absolutely.
Okay?
With the legislation.
Because even in these pro-life states, right, where abortion is outlawed, you know that a mother can still take a pill, and that's 68% of all the abortions. and kill her baby, and it's totally legal.
Do you consider Kansas a pro-life state?
That,
Do you consider Kansas a pro-life
no,
state?
I mean, I'm saying about like a state like